Away from the ashes, people are already pitching in to help these people rebuild. Strangers helping strangers. It was a heavily anticipated moment when Ronald Bo Marshall walked into the courtroom in the Siskiyou County Courthouse today. Things have quieted down quite a bit here along Truex Avenue, and as you can see, there's lights behind me. Those are investigators still on scene here trying to piece together how the shooting took place. With the recent warmer temperatures, it's left places like Mount Ashland closing for days at a time. A grand jury in Klamath County decided the use of deadly force by 3 officers was justified. State troopers found about 40 pounds of cocaine on Interstate 5 today, and more on the discovery state troopers made in a car traveling northbound. You can see the rain is really starting to pick up here, along with the usual wind gusts that happen here in the city of Weed. That rain is still coming down pretty hard out here. And good morning, everyone. Well, this morning is the morning I'm going to get my first flying lesson. I'm going to be flying a Cessna 182. Right now, we're actually taking off here in the Cessna 182. With me is Field Maury. Now, Field, what are we doing right now, and how are we steering this thing?
Okay, we just reached takeoff speed. Just a little back pressure in the control wheel. Remember that you're steering with your feet.
We're going to give you another tour of the valley like you're seeing it here this morning. It's a gorgeous morning here. You just saw it yourself. We just got done doing a stall where the airplane kind of took a little dip in the sky, but we'll have more coming up for you in just a little bit.
In the fire, I had one and it burned up.
A surprise bringing tears of joy.
I'm super duper happy that he's back with me.
Weed Elementary students like Abigail Gonzalez losing special treasures, in her case, a special friend, a doll named Haley.
I'm never going to leave her behind again.
Wednesday afternoon, students were called into an empty classroom, not knowing what to expect.
I thought it was just going to be like people just taking pictures and stuff.
But it didn't take long before they figured out these presents were for them, priceless faces. Socorro Sanchez has been a classroom aide for nearly 30 years, helping students get through a tragedy that struck their town. But on Wednesday, she couldn't be happier to see real smiles again.
As time goes by, the generosity from all over the community, all over the nation, is just wonderful. And these kids, every day they get stronger, and every day there's more normality in their life, and it just gives them hope.
Several students got gifts like dolls, tablets, and even bikes. But Gonzalez just happy to have her friend back.
I'm going to take her home.
Covering your news in Weed, California, Molly Trotter, News 10. For 2 women who spend all year saving for Christmas, in just minutes on Saturday, all their hard work was stolen from them. And I'm going to step off camera so you can see this just a little bit here. You can see the semi still tipped over. They're still trying to work on cleaning that up. But as you can see over here, traffic is moving very slowly. Since 4 o'clock this morning, people have definitely been coming by, dropping off those ballots. Oh, I think he's a little camera shy. Look at him. He's just so cute. He's 12 days old. Well, coming up here, we're going to talk about some more additions you can find out for some other animals here at Wildlife Safari. We'll have that coming up. Hot air balloons can go anywhere from 500 to 3,000 feet. So what are we at about right now?
We're sitting about right around 1,100 feet off the ground this morning.
I think this pool, they said, is somewhere, the low 40s. So it's actually warmer in the pool than it is outside. But nonetheless, I must really love my job to jump in a pool this morning for Special Olympics. So if you want to do this on Saturday, you can go to our website and get all that information. But here I go.
Thanks. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Woo!
This is still another bad year so far for snowpack.
Southern Oregon getting some much needed snow in places like Mount Ashland, but a warmer winter ahead is making it hard to keep it around.
The seasonal outlooks have shown warmer than normal for month after month after month, and that continues right through next summer.
Ryan Sandler is a meteorologist at the National Weather Service, showing what it would take to get the drought levels in our region back up to normal this winter.
It's probably not going to happen that we get back to normal. We would need record snowpack and rainfall. We probably have a lot of flooding to get back to normal.
For skiers and snowboarders, Sandler says the next batch of snow may not come anytime soon. However, General Manager for Mount Ashland, Hiram Towle, is hopeful Mother Nature will blanket the slopes in time for the weekend.
In order for us to get it back into shape, we need to get our grooming team out there. So with warm temperatures softens up the snow, and we really need to keep the heavy equipment off of it until it starts to cool down.
Hiram is new to the mountain team this year, but isn't new to knowing how important the snow is to the livelihood in Ashland.
There's this natural process of the rains coming and then the snow's coming and helping to fill that watershed. And having it stored in the form of snow releases it in a reasonable way.
With the snowpack off to a slow start, Mount Ashland managers say these are 13 operating days they didn't have last year. How did you go in there and try to take this game given your knee situation? Now, if Sampson does come out on top with this, how are you going to change your game for that? You were kind of the underdogs here in this match. You obviously came out on top, all smiles. Now what's going through your mind? Here on the last day of the tournament, it seems pretty tiring. Just explain how you got to this point and how you're feeling now. It seemed like, Jessica Golly, her shoulder was bugging her pretty bad. How did you use that to your advantage? You're heading into the match tomorrow. This is your first stop on the senior tour. Now, what's the biggest difference between the senior tour and the pro tour that you were on for almost 20 years? Here in the crowd, everybody's been talking about such a big rivalry between you two. And I think just a couple of weeks ago, you guys played, and I believe Ashland won that. So how did it, preparing for this and coming in here and winning, how did that feel for you? Both these players make each other work really hard. So like you were telling me earlier, if Robbie was playing anybody else, it'd be a completely different score. How do you think they're going to grind it out in this next game?
I think it's going to be really fun to watch.
Throughout the weekend, you don't really show a lot of emotion, but when you hit that last shot and you threw your arm up in the air, just tell me what that moment was like for you.